Welcome back, guys. You got Jason and Alex. It has been 2 weeks since we filmed, or I guess did a podcast. Took Thanksgiving off. How's your Thanksgiving, man?
Oh yeah, we could talk about that.
Yeah, both of us had to host. I mean, we made it through without the wives killing us, so I think that's step one.
Well, mine couldn't. She was laid up with her wisdom teeth pulled out, so
True.
she was a trooper. Definitely had to take things easy, but then of course you're on the medication, and she was like, "Oh, I feel fine," and then she's like, "It really hurts, it's painful." I'm like, because you're getting doped up.
Yeah, that's the natural inclination, is to say, "Oh, I'm perfectly fine," because you're on the meds, and then you realize that it's the meds that make you perfectly fine.
Yeah, she overdid it a little bit.
Yeah.
It was good to get out to West Texas. Haven't been out there. It's been a while, and we usually make one trek a year out that way. It is kind of nice to kind of get out from the craziness of inner city, suburban, like get country, get kind of slow down the pace a little bit, and just take some of it all in, just enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. But good.
But it was peaceful. The drive was killer. Drive was killer because it was long, but we did not hit any traffic, so it was pretty smooth going straight in and out.
Yeah, I mean that drive. I mean, we went to Lubbock last November for a football game, and honestly, the drive's not that bad. Everyone complains about it, but I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
But how was your hosting gig? You cooked a meat for one night, but you weren't hosting. But then
yeah. Well, I smoked meats back-to-back days.
Right, but one was for one house, yeah. The other one was for you guys.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I did the smoked turkey for the in-laws. So we went to Casey's parents' house. Had Thanksgiving. The girls were in town, so her sisters, one is still in college, and the other has graduated and moved out to North Carolina. South Carolina. God, now I'm blanking. South Carolina, because they're near Myrtle Beach. I know she's gonna listen. Yeah. She's going to listen to this and be like, "What the hell, man? Like, you don't even know where I live?" No, yeah, they're out in South Carolina. So they were in town for a few days. So we made sure to spend some time with them. And then, I had my family over on actual Thanksgiving Day and smoked a ribeye roast, which is essentially an untrimmed prime rib. And that was fun. It was good. I had never done that cut of meat before. So my mom, she gave me a hard time. She was like, "You better not mess this up. That roast was not cheap." I was like, "Well, Mom, I've never done this before." So she was like, "Look, I don't care. Just don't mess it up. It's solid, good, no pressure." It actually came out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it.
That's good. Were you like measuring with like internal thermometers?
The part is just like anything, like you kind of look up, okay, about how long is this going to take? And it said, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes per half pound or something like that. No, per pound. I was like, okay, cool. It's 15 pounds. This should take us somewhere around 7-8 hours. So I woke up at 5 a.m. I got it on at 6, thinking it'll be done somewhere around 12 to 1, and then it'll have an hour and a half to rest or whatever, because everyone was coming over around 2:30. That thing was done by 9:30. I was like, what the, like this is bad.
Was your temp too high?
No, I had it hovering on the egg right at 250. So it was doing great, and I don't know. I don't know what happened, but anyways, I ChatGPT to the rescue. I'm sitting there like, what do I do? What can we? Yeah. And it was like, okay, let it rest on the counter, let it get down. So I pulled it 10 degrees before I would have normally. Like I pulled it at like, I don't want to throw out numbers because I don't freaking know. It was like 110 or something like that is what I pulled it at. 'Cause I think like 125 is medium rare. And it was like, let it sit on the counter. It's going to climb. It has a lot of thermal mass to it. Blah, blah, blah. So I did that. It sat on the counter for like an hour. We got it to stabilize, and it stabilized at like 123. So, I mean, it even got up there from when I pulled it. And then I put it in the cooler, and that kept it above 110 for 3 hours. And then I tossed it in the oven just to give it a quick little warm up, got it back up to about 120, tossed it on the grill to sear it, and it was perfectly medium rare on the inside. Nice. So ChatGPT saved my butt from my mom whooping me for messing up a piece of meat.
That's one thing I learned over the years. I'm not a smoker or a big griller, but it's just, I realize, hey, sear it, cook it, all that stuff, but then you have to take it off before you actually want it done. So, because it's still going to cook eternally. And once I figured that out and figured out the routines, like, oh, okay. And I kind of use like a natural clock for me. I don't do all the thermometers and stuff. I just, it looks good enough. And I pull it now when it's expensive meat or something nice, then I will be a little bit more diligent with it.
See, I don't do that with like steaks. If
Yeah,
Casey
no.
is bougie and she will only eat a tenderloin cut fillet, right? So I'll go get those inch and a half, 2 inches. But
Yeah.
I got it down to science where I know I reverse sear, so I'll put it in the oven or put it on the smoker for X amount of time, and then I'll sear it, and every time it's the exact same. So like that, I don't thermometer that at all.
Yeah, because you've done it enough.
We've got enough
So you
time to
do you do reverse sear, you because I've heard the other opposite. Sear it real good, then throw it in the oven to finish cooking.
I always found that I would get inconsistent temperature when I did it that way because sometimes like you get more of a crust on it than others and the heat doesn't penetrate the meat. Sometimes it penetrates more. Sometimes you
Okay.
cook it. I mean, even your sear, like 500 or 600 degrees is different. Who other than me has a temperature gun sitting in the drawer? So I'm sitting there testing to make sure my cast iron is
So, dude.
exactly. I do that, but not everyone does. So if you sear it for 2 minutes at 500 one time, but 3 minutes at 600 the next time, like that changes your crust.
I could see you when it breaks. You get the freaking child thermometer out and go, "Brrr," and it's like beat red. It says
You gotta
call 911.
skin the oil. Yeah, dude, no, it's a science. I love to cook. We talked about this many times. Like the kitchen's my domain. So you learn all the tricks, but I've been a reverse searer for probably a decade now. Like it has
I'll have
been.
to try that next time.
I even did it last night with a pork tenderloin. Like it was the recipe said sear it, then put it in. I said, no, I'm not doing that. I put it in the oven and then I pulled it. I can't remember the temperature, but I probed it, cool, pull it, seared it, done.
Nice. Like one of the things it's not a super hard recipe or thing to do. One of the ones I've been proud of over the years. Don't do it often because it is kind of expensive. Do braised short ribs.
Nice.
Yeah, that's been nice. Yeah, though that one you literally just give it a little bit of caramelization, searing what it says on the recipe, but then you mix all the other juices and stuff in it, and then throw it in the oven for whatever time based on the volume.
It's good. Yeah.
Oh man, those because then that meat just falls right off, and it's been soaking in whatever
Yeah.
flavor.
We
And I was like, ooh, that actually sounds good.
We got a short rib crock pot scheduled for tomorrow.
Ooh,
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah. Actually, I might have to pull that out with the holidays. Just treat ourselves. Just get a small pack because I think that was the problem. Like you always have to do it for company usually, and it's like, oh, you got 8 ribs, 10 ribs, or whatever, and it gets expensive even for those.
It does. I did. What was that? I think I always called them dino ribs, but they were like the longer, like the short ribs are cut. This is the full. I got like a pack of 3 of those from that butcher in downtown McKinney and smoked it one time, and they were so good.
Yeah, I've heard that place in downtown McKinney is Yoko Loco or something.
Local yokel. Yeah.
They've got some great cuts of meat.
Dude, they also, they have like a freaking
Restaurant or something.
monopoly or restaurant style. Well, they have the local yokel restaurant, but then they also own Loyo Burgers, is local yokel burgers, Loyo.
Mm-hmm. Right up
Dude,
the corner.
the best gluten-free buns. Like we will go there just to buy the buns so that we can make smash burgers at the house.
Wow. I didn't know. Well, it made sense. It's theirs, Loyo Yo-Yo or Loyo Burgers.
Yeah. That we didn't know. I didn't know that either until we went one time and saw, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we get all of our meat from local yokel." I'm like, "Oh well, that freaking makes sense."
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. As far as Square Burger is still there.
I've never been a fan of Square Burger, man.
Okay, we can't bash too many local restaurants.
We can't. Well, okay. We'll praise the ones that are good. Cadillac, some of the best pizza around town.
We love their fig.
Absolutely love Cadillac. Love going to the yard.
Oh, that's my fave.
Spoons is great for brunch and lunch. Landon's is one of our favorite wineries to go to. Man, if we didn't have as young of kids as we have, I think we'd be in downtown McKinney every day. Like we love the restaurants down there.
Shelby loves it. She wants to go down all the time. We'll go hit Landon, get the charcuterie boards or pizza, and just sit there and just have the wine. And
it's the pizza for us. We go pick up a pizza from Cadillac, and then we'll go sit on the patio and grab a bottle of wine.
Okay. I'm not a super big wine person, but I don't mind theirs because it's sweeter. They've got more of that sweetness to them.
I am not a super big drinker these days, and we've kind of talked about that here, but let's talk about it more. I had, because you were busy, that trunk show at IGP on Wednesday. And so for those of you local, get involved with IGP because they do really cool stuff like these trunk shows where they partnered with a local, they're based out of McKinney, where Jason and I live, putter company. They're called Machine Putters. And they are some of the coolest putters that you will ever see. They're not mass produced. They have obviously a lot of very similar designs if you go look at their website, but they're honestly almost one of ones for the most part. And you can change the finish, you can change the type of steel, like they have Damascus steel, they have carbon, they have some that you can hear an audible ting, they have some that are so buttery soft that you don't hear a dang thing. They had broomsticks because they partner. I can't remember who the shaft is. I want to say it's that BGT shaft, that really expensive stability one.
Wow.
I want to say they partner with them because all of the shafts are branded for Machine. Like they're called like Machine Hog or something. But anyways, they did this whole trunk show, and it was just handcrafted putters, freaking amazing. But I went, obviously, since we're partnered, we wanted to get some content for IGP. So kind of did that. And when I was done doing the business side of the function and started just networking and talking to everyone, I grabbed a drink, and the bartender was kind of just making old fashions. It's kind of what everyone was drinking. And no joke, those like small, like 8-ounce, like clear plastic cups that they have at these types of events.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was putting those in, and they were like no more than an ounce and a half, 2 ounces, like literally a shot. I had 3 of those over the span of 4 hours that I was there.
Oh,
And
wow.
I woke up with a headache on Thursday after 3. I was like, what the hell's going on with me?
Yeah.
3 should not be giving me any level of a hangover. Like, it should not. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because I've lost so much weight that it's starting to, like, alcohol affects me different. But, like, I woke up and I was like, I'm never drinking again. This feels miserable.
Oh, man. Yeah. No, I mean, I've cut back. I mean, not that I ever drank a lot. I just usually have an occasional drink here and there. But there's been times where it's like I'll suck something down at a restaurant and I'm like, and then Shelby's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I drank this really fast and it was really strong. So with very little food, because it's early on in the meal, and so I'm like, no, I don't want to get too, because because we would take separate cars because I would be meeting them up. It's like I still got to drive, and so I just want to be responsible and make sure I'm being aware of my faculties and not taking it too far. And there's been times where it sucks. It's been like really good drinks, and I don't finish it. And it's like, it's kind of wasted, but it's like, I'm not going to finish it because I don't want to be messed up.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think just the older I get, the less I want to drink for a lot of reasons like that. I don't drink carbonated beverages. I don't drink beer because of gluten. So I'm stuck with liquor or wine, and I'll have a few and I'm good. Like, it's just.
Well, you still go with your trannies once in a while, don't you?
No, because those are carbonated. Oh,
are they really?
We have not talked about the weight loss journey in a while.
Yeah. Where are you at on that?
So what a lot of people, we've talked about it, and I changed my diet as far as like what, I guess, the quantity of what I was eating, not necessarily like I was doing pretty good about eating healthy, other than, maybe I had rice and potatoes. We talked about that, how the rice and potatoes kind of messes with your blood sugar more. But I wasn't sitting here eating fast food and pizzas and all that every day, because I've been gluten-free for 2 years now. So it's really hard to eat that kind of stuff. So I've always eaten relatively clean, but my blood sugar was still spiking. And we have diabetes in my family. I'm high cholesterol, high triglycerides, just not great blood and heart and cardiac. Yes, liver too. It's triglycerides. So I actually got on one of those GLPs, and that's kind of what's helped me lose the weight. But I haven't changed my diet. So it kind of just proved, like, for me, like, I just needed something to get my metabolism back to where it should be. I don't know if it's years of eating crap before I got back on the diet or what it was. I'm an active person. We talk every day. I'm working, I'm on my feet, I'm on job sites. When I'm not, I'm coaching the kids or I'm playing golf. Do I work out specifically as much as I should? Well, probably not, but I'm active enough that I shouldn't be putting on weight and inflammation, and I was. So I got on that GLP-1, and I shortly found out that I cannot do carbonated beverages. I don't know if it's the gas that's in them, the carbonation, but it makes me feel miserable. So I don't drink seltzer water, because I used to do like a tequila soda. That was always my treat. Clean, easy, no sugar. Can't do that anymore. Can't do the trannies anymore because they have ginger ale.
That's what it was. Okay.
So I can't do any carb. I haven't had a Coke in God knows how long. I mean, it's been probably 10 weeks, no, 12 weeks, something like that, ever since I started. So I am down to a non-obese weight and body, whatever, BMI, which is great. I'm actually now below wedding weight.
Really?
I am officially 2 pounds below my wedding weight from 6 years ago.
That's fantastic. I mean, it's weird. It's like I would work out and I know I would have muscle mass and I know my strength was way higher than it has been back early in the summer, pretty much before I had Miles. And my weight numbers was always around that 198. I haven't worked out and I'm still 198. I'm like, come on.
It is just funny how that works.
I was like, son of a gun. And they're like, oh, you really should be down to 180 or something. I'm like, if I got that 180, I'd be skin and bones, I feel like. I just
Yeah,
don't think I'd want to be there.
I don't care as much about all that stuff. You know, I joke about the BMI. I think there's some level of that stuff that matters. You know, body fat and BMI. It is a metric, but it's not the holy gospel. I just think it's fine because I'm never going to get down to what I should be at 5'11" or whatever. Like I should be. They say somewhere in like the 170 range.
Yeah.
I was barely 170 as a freshman in high school. I've always had thick legs. I was a catcher. I was a soccer player, played hockey. Every sport I played was thick lower body. Like I was wearing a size 33, 34 pant when I was in high school. Like I'm not ever going to be a 32.
Yeah. That whole BMI is BS to me because it says I'm actually obese
Yeah.
per my size. And I'm like, there's no way I'm obese. There's no
Yeah.
way.
No,
But based on
it's
ratio.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But no, I feel a lot better. I am 10 pounds away from my goal weight. I started this process at 240 and I'm down to 234 or 204. Sorry. I want to get down to about 195.
Hey, you're going to be like lighter than me.
I will be. I'm younger, lighter, just, you know.
Golly, what the heck?
I got less gray hairs, but you have more hair. So I don't know which one really matters there.
Yes, I can dye mine if I wanted to.
You know, I've just accepted that it's going to go gray and I just don't even care. I was
Oh,
talking
I
to
don't
someone
care.
about that. What was it? I think I was at the trunk show. We were kind of joking about that. I was like, look, if I cared about the grays in my beard, then I also would have cared about getting implants 5 years ago on top of my head.
Yeah, but see, beard stuff is easier than taking care of this stuff.
It is. I just don't. I have no shame and no ego when it comes to that. I don't care. Honestly, it makes it so much. I wake up, I shave my head, and I go to work. Like I don't have to worry about gel or getting haircuts.
I don't know how it'll work, but we had that. Okay, so we had our contest and we had the side bet, but we should make the side bet where you have to wear a wig. If you lose, put some hair on your head, and it's a wig of my choosing, and you have to wear it.
That'd be bad
for a round or podcast. You have to have it on.
Yeah, we still gotta. I guess we haven't released that video. That video won't come out for another 2 weeks, so no one will know. No one will know what it was or what the bet was. So, but what video we do have coming out on what Thursday of next week, we'll have, which is I guess tomorrow to people listening to this podcast.
Yeah, that's right, because this will release next week's.
Yeah, this releases Wednesday. Video comes out the next day. We have the 2-man 8-air manor scramble from the front teeth. This was not a great driving round for me. I think I had like one good drive the entire 9 holes.
Right. Well, this was the alt shot, right?
No, this one was the scramble.
Scramble. Okay.
Yeah. So this was. I went for a handful of greens because you kind of got us. You hit I think all but like 2 fairways in 9 holes.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were just hitting little fairway finders. It was working out great for us. So I was swinging away, and I think I hit one good drive. I think I was on like hole 9. But you know, everyone will just tune in and watch that. The scramble was fun. Front tees. We did what I'd expect.
Yeah.
So,
although I'm still convinced if we were playing it real, we probably could have done better because I was still getting used to the whole sim chip putt feel.
Yeah.
And that takes some time to getting used to understanding what the range is from the mat to the screen, what that is going to produce.
Well, and you also hadn't really played.
Well, yeah, that too.
Because that was your first time playing a month, I think. Something like that.
So yeah, my feels are all off on that one. Still off.
Just tell me about it.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Just get into it. Tell us about your
Man, okay. So obviously, guys, we have this partnership with IGP, and Alex is working with Ben, and I just started working with Ben because my mission, and gosh, this was like a year ago. I know we were talking about it. Like, 25 was going to be my golf year, and then it didn't. But I'm now that I'm moving forward with Ben, like 26. Like I'm looking to
Yeah.
26 to really make some strides, and it's just funny going through all this process, and everybody's like, I feel good or I feel like I could do stuff. And like you said, I have the fairway finders. Like I've been able to plod along and scrape stuff together. And I'm tired of it. I want to get more consistency, whatever it is. So going for the assessment, going for the lesson. And he's like, all right, let's just do some first, let's check out your body. All right, range of motion, all that stuff. Pretty good. Like it's not like A plus, but it's like it's definitely well enough.
Yeah.
Then he's like, all right, well, let's see what's going on. So we went through a bunch of muscle activation exercises because even with some practice swings, he knew like stuff was just off. Like he just knew, identify like, okay, you need to learn to start triggering those muscles better. And once we started doing some different exercises and things like that. So the warm up routine now is going to learn how to just move properly, get the muscles going. And
Yeah.
he said, you may not even need to hit a ball because
Yeah.
like it's obviously always good to hit one before like a round, but it's like if you don't have time, do these exercises, do these things because you have to get in better position. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen, period.
Gotcha.
And so leading to that, like it's all on the web base, but they do the video. I was so baseball planer, like with the swing. So guys, if you're not sure, like in golf, you have to have a tilt with your shoulders. You just have to. I was level. If not, my lead shoulder was up. And so when I would swing coming back and then it would just like stay that way. And then it's like, oh wait, I know I have to go vertical. So then I do this, but then I'm in such a weird, still tucked planar position. The only way to recover is to come back up over the top
Back
to
down
get
on it.
into the position. And that's where those coming steep, coming out to in, getting those slices, those fades, whatever they may be doing. But pretty much he was just like, oh gosh, this is this is bad. Weight is back, falling back. Like it was a beautiful like baseball swing to like like going through. And he even identified like key things. So guys, if you get a chance, I mean, go down IGP because they're very good at what they do. And we didn't even talk about it, but he just knew like you're scooping, you're doing this because he's like at this speed, you should at least have 10 to 15 yards more with the club head speed. Like I don't have a great club, like I'm not like, super fast, but what I was putting up, he's like, you should have 10 to 15 yards more. But because my delivery is bad, impact's bad, efficiency is bad, but it's enough to get through. I mean, after all that, he was just like, wow, this is probably if they had a picture that they could put up, snapshot of it, of what not to do.
The wall of shame.
The wall of shame. I told him, go ahead and put a wall of shame. Told him, show this video of what not to do and put it up to display because it was horrendous. I was embarrassed. Like, how have I not embarrassed because I just know it wasn't good. I was embarrassed, like, how did I get this far doing this? And so I kind of blame you for not helping me out. Like, damn, your swing was horrible.
I don't do unsolicited advice. Someone wants to ask me, I'll help them out. But if you don't ask, I ain't helping. I don't do that.
Well, not even that. You can just be like, damn, your swing sucks.
We're positive on this podcast.
No, it was all good, but it was very enlightening, learning more mechanically what's happening.
Yeah.
And understanding all of that stuff. And this is going to be a long journey. And it's going to be a process.
Any swing change is, I mean, you've seen what I've been going through. I think you've shown up to all of my lessons just because we happen to be going at the same time. And it's a freaking process, man. And it's frustrating. It is a frustrating process.
Yeah. So some of the stuff was similar to what he has you working on, but I've got a bigger mound to climb.
Yeah,
we're into those positions.
We're different in the aspect of I'm not over the top. I'm a shallow swing. So I think we have similar takeaways, but I somehow get into a shallow position. I think it's because I use a lot more ground force.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of similar to what Jason was saying. I'm very flat with my takeaway. Hands are not as wide as they need to be. Arms are not as wide. Don't have enough rib tilt or upper tilt, whatever Ben calls it. But what
Bend the opposite way you turn, left shoulder.
yeah,
Shit.
but what I do have is I use ground force, so I am flat with my hands, but then my hands stay in position and my body lowers. So it immediately creates the tilt that I didn't do in the takeaway. The problem is it's just very inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very inconsistent process to do it that way instead of building it into the takeaway. So that's what Ben and I are working on. So yeah, it's very similar to you and focus on the takeaway because everything else after is pretty good for me. I have the chicken wing I still got to fix.
Yeah,
But
I had the chicken wing when my swing was jacked up, but when we started just correcting a few of the posture things and going through, that was like, it's kind of there, but it's the least of the concern, I would say.
it slowly minimizes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like some of the best shots I hit, one of the things I was just going through was like, I got to get that right arm extended through impact. And that was one of the times where I just sent you that screenshot of my drive. That was just like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
I was very intentional of getting that extension through. And I was like, holy cow, like that's huge. And then in our lesson, I did the same with my 5-wood. He's like, yeah, let's see it 5-wood. Let's see what happens. Got a couple iffy ones in. I was like, okay, didn't care about the rest of my body. Like, let's get this extension through so I can get solid impact. Sounded different. And it carried almost 230 on my 5-wood, which was like, even when we were messing around a week, 2 weeks ago, it was like nowhere close to that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it was beautiful. It was actually a nice little cut.
Yeah.
But he was just like, your setup was on, oh yeah, like my feet were this way, my shoulders were this way. So I was making like an X with my feet one way, or shoulders. So he's like, we got to get that this way, get the spine neutral, just get me in a position, which part of it could have been with my back issues, the compensation and patching it, compensating for the injury, then building on that, and just irregular bad practice. And so that just continuously builds. And I will say though, once I got into position, did a bunch of drills with him, grip, take away all of it. And I was sore, but like the really good sore, but the back did not flare up.
And that's good.
So I was like, maybe the back, it did get injured from a martial arts thing, but because I was swinging so incorrectly, it just kept aggravating. It never gave a chance to heal. So I was like more excited, like maybe getting into this better posture is going to relieve some of that back issue, especially post round.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad you're kind of going through that, and it'll be good for you to kind of get into a healthier position to swing. It's a process.
Yeah.
I guess the more annoying thing is we're both doing this process when we have YouTube videos coming out, because we're going out on Sunday and filming a Jason scratch on the bag. And I'm playing, obviously, but my whole intent of Sunday is all I'm doing is pre-shot routine. I don't care what happens after that. Like, it's set up the same, go through the same process. Result is the result. I really don't care. But we have your scratch on the bag on Sunday, and then upcoming, I have my Club Pro, my first one.
Monday, right?
Yeah, so I got to deal with that. Yeah, so Monday is my birthday. I'm taking off work, and I was going to anyways. It's my birthday, and why not? And I have 5 days of PTO left over that I'm not going to use around the holidays. It's like, well, why the heck not? Let's take some time off. So I'm taking off. I'm going to go play a Club Pro. This is probably, I don't want to say this is my easiest one, because any of these guys are extremely talented. But by handicap, this is the one that I have, the only one that I have an advantage over. So the Eldo Pro is a +2. My buddy that's a pro at Fields Ranch in Frisco is a +1. And then the guy at Stonebridge is, I don't know what his handicap is, but I know that he goes and does the US Open qualifiers every year. So I mean, he's good enough to think that he can go do that. So then the one I'm playing Monday is a 5.
Okay.
So he's the worst out of handicap, but a 5 to a scratch doesn't really matter. I mean, he could bring his A game out, and I could have an A- game, and he could wipe the table with me. So it's all going to come down to one putting, which I have barely put any work in on because I've just been so freaking busy. I mean, we know how my putting was based on that last tournament, and then the swing change. So we're gonna see, and we're playing
And
a course I've
of
never
course,
played before.
I was to say you never played General because you have no idea.
I have no clue. I've always wanted to play Gentle Creek. I've heard amazing things. I know they did some renovation stuff, I think, over the past couple of years, but I've never played it. So zero course knowledge, swing change, terrible putting. So this is going to be interesting.
Well, you'll be all good.
The only thing I've going for me is he got a new driver. He got that new Callaway driver because he's on Callaway staff.
Well, he's trying out the Quantum.
Whatever it is, he didn't. He just texted me because I texted him. I was like, "Hey, just confirming we're still good. What time? We're actually teeing off at I think noon." So I'm lucky enough. I really appreciate Gentle Creek for hosting. They're closed on Mondays. That's kind of why this just happened to work out perfect with my birthday being on a Monday. They're closed, so him and I will have the course to ourselves. We'll play.
No pressure, time pacing wise, anyways.
Yeah, pacing wise, there's no pressure, so we get to take our time. But anyways, texted him, "Hey, are we still good for Monday? What time do you want to tee off?" And he was like, "Well, let's do noon. Yeah, we're still good. And by the way, I got a new driver, so we'll see how this goes." I was like, "Awesome." So,
yeah, but see, for me with these guys, it's like if they play all the time, a new driver to them, it's like
you say that, but I don't know how many of these pros are playing all the time. I mean, there are definitely pros that like Chris, the pro at Stonebridge. He is the head junior coach. So he obviously has a pretty busy schedule from all of the clinics and camps and the individual lessons. But like I said, he still practices enough to want to go to the U.S. Open qualifiers. I don't know how much Travis plays. He could be in lessons 8 hours a day. He could be in the pro shop. Kind of just depends on what his job is at Gentle Creek. But a lot of these pros don't play as much as you think.
But they also have the foundation that they could still make.
Yes, they all have to do whatever the qualifying test is. I mean, it's a relatively hard test, I think. It's like, I looked it up once because I actually considered trying to do it myself and getting my PGA pro teaching just because I enjoy it. And I want to say you have to go shoot like 3 rounds or 4 rounds under a certain amount. And I'm not going to sit here and say it's like 5 over. I want to say it's maybe 15 or 20. But I mean, 4 rounds at 15, 20, that's only 5 over each round. Like that's not, it sounds like a lot, but when you put it in perspective, you're like, that's actually not a lot. And I want to say it's 36, 36. Like you're playing two round days back to back.
Okay.
Or something like that. I mean, it's not overly easy. It's just to your point, these guys all have that gear in them. It's just how much do they tap into that gear?
Yeah. Well, it's true. And then, I mean, I will say though, it could reach, I'm going to retract that a little bit when they do switch equipments from year to year. It's like for me, Callaway, it's Callaway, but they redesign it, redistribute the weight. So there is a different feel that's going to happen with them in general. Just from what I saw in those pictures though, the Quantum, just that being that if it is like all black or black with that matte gray, it's just a very clean, not flashy look. And I think they have like a max triple diamond model. So it's low spin, but it's a little bit bigger head than the triple diamond standard. So a little bit more forgiving. So I'm like, might be finding myself into that just for the extra forgiveness.
I swear, if you go buy a driver without getting fit, I am going to ban you from ever talking about gear on this podcast. Go get fit for your dang driver. If you get fit into that, awesome. But if you go buy a driver without getting fit, I'm gonna have to find myself a new co-host.
Now, my biggest thing is obviously since I started working with Ben, get figured out with this, and I still like the steels because the KBSs I put in, they actually produced better number. I see. Okay, when I went and warmed up, and we had those hypothetical target marks from when we did the what's in the bag sequence, my dispersion was definitely way tighter, and I was consistently longer compared to the graphites. So I was like, okay, there's some truth there, maybe, but I don't know, or if it was the weight of the shaft. So there are some things there that I need to get figured out first. So the bigger ticket would be figure out once I get swing mechanically better, what shafts for irons are going to be best for me.
Yeah, you just, again, it comes down to getting fit and figuring out.
It could be it could be the ones I'm currently in, and I won't know until I apply and start getting more efficient with the things that he's making me work on.
Yeah, but I mean, there's probably something too. I mean, graphite shafts are making pretty big waves. I mean, George Bryan is hitting graphite shafts, and he's
Yeah, I just saw
a
that. Yeah.
young golfer. Like, it's not like he's not old. Ricky Fowler played graphite shaft irons for a little bit.
I think he's still playing them.
Does he? I don't know if he still does.
I think he still has them in.
I will say and it's a good thing we're not like a true like golf podcast, because my following of anything, like I used to be real big into F1, real big into golf ever since we started the podcast, and we have the media side now and the photography, and the content creation along with the kids. Like, dude, I don't have any time to read anything. Like, I am so far behind on what anyone is even playing on what's in the bag on the pro side.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell you what new clubs have come out over the past 2 weeks, or protos that have come out in all their bag, because this time of year they're all kind of getting the new stuff to test out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. And the only thing I don't dive into it. I just see the pictures that they post. Like,
Yeah.
This is the list. I'm like, hey, look what's here. Look what's here. Yeah, I just trying to figure out all these other little, like you said, avenues that we're going down, and on top of our normal jobs, family, businesses, things like that. It's just don't have time to dive into some of our other pleasures of like looking up gear, looking up more tech, just more into that side of it.
Yeah, got no free time.
No, like we've slowly started watching like Dancing with the Stars again, just because Miles can watch it. So it's like, okay, he can watch it. He likes it. We can do that. We love Only Murders in the Building, but we can only do that when he's asleep, because we need to be able to pay attention.
Yeah.
So we stay up late and I get exhausted. And I'm like, yeah.
You know what past movie I got the boys to watch with me today. So Casey is I don't know, I think they call it a favorite things girls night, where they all like bring one of like their favorite thing, right? Like something that they really enjoy. It could be makeup, it could be whatever. So she's at a girl's house doing that, having a girls night. So I was like, hey, y'all want to watch some dumb, stupid, like East humor level movie, like stuff your mom won't watch with me.
I do that with that. I do that with the girls.
So Isabella was obviously still awake. She doesn't understand anything. So I was like, whatever. I got the boys to watch Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls with me today. And it's just, I was sitting there cackling the whole freaking time. And you talk about like movies that you go watch with the kids. And like, I'm just glad the kids are getting to the age that we can start like watching that kind of stuff. And I don't feel too bad. There's the one part that I had to skip past, but I knew it was going to come up. I skipped it and we move on, and they don't ask any questions. I said, no, it's just something that y'all need to watch. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. These cult comedy movies, shows, they can't make them like that today.
No, we've talked about this early on in the pod. It's like Anchorman wouldn't fly today. Talladega Nights wouldn't fly.
Mm-mm.
You know, Step Brothers. We specifically talked about that one on this podcast because I made the exact statement of, you cannot have Will Ferrell dressed as a Nazi on a movie and it fly in today's day and age.
No, like it just doesn't happen. It just the comedy, the sitcom, the jokes, like all of it. It's gone. But that's great. Gotta get them acclimated to all those old shows.
You know, though, what's kind of coming back? Stand-up comedy, which I'm not. There are a few people that I enjoy watching, but overly, I'm not a huge stand-up comedy guy. But one guy that I do like, and it's not because of his comedy, it's because of his delivery, is Matt Rife, because he does that interacting with the crowd. So like I am not a person that could sit here and just be funny and have a whole shtick and a story and deliver it perfect. Like I'm not a comedian. So I think that is a talent, but I think it's a whole different talent to interact with the crowd and be as witty as he is that fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's talking to someone, they give him feedback, and he's within a split second already has something to come back with. Like that to me is a true talent above and beyond just coming up with a shtick to do for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I have noticed like there's a lot of guys like comedians, because, you know, I'll get like little bits from like Kimmel or Fallon, and it's comedians, and they're pretty much going out and promoting their shows. Like, oh yeah, I'm working on my comedy tour. I'm in town on this rotation.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. So it's starting to come back, and
cancel culture got it for a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what their shows are, if they try to be more PC, or they're just like, you know what, I'm going to do what I'm going to do because that's what makes me who I am.
Well, I think that's what I was alluding to when I said like it's nice to see it coming back, because Casey said that when we were talking about Matt Rife, she was like, I'd be worried that I'd say something that I shouldn't because he is coming up with it so fast. And I was like, but that's the glory of comedy. Like it's all just tongue in cheek. Like it doesn't really matter. No,
Mhm.
don't take it seriously. Like just because he calls someone out um, doesn't mean he believes it. Like it's just funny,
Yeah,
right? And then we
it's
can all
just
move on. And
yeah,
so I'm glad comedy is coming back
yep.
because it went away for so long because of cancel culture. And we've got to be able to joke like let's joke about me being bald, right? Like I don't care. Like we shouldn't be taking it that seriously.
Right, and, honestly, this is, like, kinda the day and age kids are in. It's just you can't take it personal. Like, well, it's you gotta learn to just accept, digest, and just be like, it's just having fun, and
Yeah.
you're just ripping each other. It's not to meant I mean, there is a point where bullying and all that stuff, which is definitely a negative in our society, it's like, it gets to be malicious and constant and demeaning versus just poking you every once in a while, especially if it's just lighthearted and it's not diving into anything super personal or demeaning.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can generally tell if someone means to offend you, and 90% of the time they're not. It's just a joke and just gotta work. I mean, my kids are starting to get to the age that they're getting more into the sarcasm
Mhm.
and more into the, laughing at other people or making fun of other people to get a laugh type deal. And sometimes it goes too far and you got to correct it. But it's a lot of education around like, dude, like he's just trying to give you a hard time. Like just laugh it off and move on. Don't let it bother you. What he's trying to do is get the reaction out of you. And if he gets it, he's gonna do it again.
Oh, I kick it back. Like, Maddie and Pay, they're 23, 20 years old and like, "Oh my gosh, dad, you're getting so old. You're getting an old man." I'm like, those jokes don't bother me. I'm already know I'm old.
Yeah.
I am already there. Go, you know what's old? Is when you realize that your baby brother is the class of 2042. And they're like, like, yeah, you're gonna be 40 something years old when he graduates high school.
That's funny.
And they're like, wait, like I already am old. I'm gonna be on Social Security, I'll be AARP, I'll be
That's
fine. I've
funny.
accepted it. But you guys are gonna be in that spot. And then I don't know, they keep and then we'll jab back and forth. And I go, you know what's even funnier? I still look the same for the most part if I clean up and obviously just, you know, be whatever. Couple people mistake that you two, Maddie and Pate, on two separate occasions, thought they were going to be thought they were my wife or fiance. I go, what does that say about you guys? It's like I don't change. I haven't looked this different. That means you guys are getting older. It means you guys look old enough.
I think that's more a reflection on society
That too,
that they're assuming that just an older guy is with a young girl. I think that's the
man.
bigger problem there.
I was just like, but two occasions were one with Maddie, one with Pay. Like, oh, is that your wife, fiance? And then another occasion with Maddie, they thought we were dating.
That's funny.
We went to Chili's. I was dropping her off at a soccer camp, and we're just hanging out. And then the waitress was like giving us like this weird vibe of like, does she think we're
That's funny.
like, oh my gosh, that means like you say this is a society thing,
It is.
but
You know,
it's just funny.
you talk about getting older. I think I asked my mom this past month or so. I was like, is it like weird seeing your kids get old? And my mom's not old. I want to be very clear. Like, she's only like 23 years older than me. So she's not even 60 yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just asking. I was like, we are getting older. And obviously, when all of us get together, I'm the youngest of three. We have 9 grandkids between all of us. And the oldest is about to graduate high school out of the grandkids. And then obviously, we have the caboose on the back end with Bella. So, I mean, you have 18 to 4, we're all getting older. I don't have hair. I got gray beard, or gray's coming in the beard. Right. So I was like, it's weird, obviously, seeing my kids grow up. Like, it's weird saying I have a 10-year-old now. I was like, Mom, is it like weird seeing your kids get old? Not grow up, but like get old. Like,
Mhm.
them start getting more gray hairs and them start complaining about their body hurting every freaking day when they wake up and this and that. And she kind of just laughed it off. It's like, I mean, I don't know that I've really ever thought about that, but it's like that's got to be weird. Like, it's got to be weird to see your kids aging.
Interesting. I gotta ask my parents that when I see them uh, for the holidays because I have my older brother and he's over 50. I'm gonna be 49 next month, and my youngest is 30. 4, and he just had a baby. Between my brothers, how many grandkids do they have? 2, 5, 8, 9. 9 with the new one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be kind of curious. It's like, we do get older, we get old, but it's like, yeah, is it weird to see like us at whatever, like my brother's 50 something, and just like picture yourself back at that age, watching us grow up. Now you're seeing us now at that age, and you're at your age respectively. Like,
Yeah.
that is, wow, that is different.
Yeah. You don't think about it, but it's, I don't know. It's gotta be a little weird. So that's the self-reflective part of this podcast right there.
Wow.
I'm here to bring the philosophy, guys. My old age and wisdom, apparently.
Your old age and wisdom.
Yeah. I have found in my old age, joke, but I have found as I get older, maybe it's the podcast, maybe it's helping me grow. I am becoming, one, a talker, and two, an extrovert. Like that trunk show, I enjoyed going. Like, and I was just chatting everyone up. There were these two guys that were from print media there, avid golfer. They're the ones that put on the DFW golf show that comes around through here. I guess they're a big sponsor of it, one of the two. But like they're behind like the ticket and all that kind of stuff here in town. And so I just got randomly chatting to those two guys and, chatting with their account exec, and found out that he's a referee for lacrosse. And then I started talking to the guy that he says he just sits behind a desk now, but he's a photographer, right? So I'm talking to him, and then he's like, well, yeah, all these kids have AI on editing and they can color grade with editing. And then we got talking about color grading. Then I got talking to, another guy that does custom head covers, which we can gladly talk about because they're freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to machine putter guys. Like there wasn't a moment that I was just sitting there by myself. Like I was talking to everyone. It's the older I've gotten, the more I've been like that. Like I went to Best Buy to waste time before my lesson yesterday because I just happened to be in the area earlier 2 days ago. A guy that had a Sony shirt on, Sony camera. I was over in the camera area just looking at stuff. I talked to him for 45 minutes. Like we just like, I don't know how it went from one thing to the next, which, by the way, apparently I need to fact check this, but DJI drones are about to get banned in the US.
Yeah, that's on Trump's administration.
I didn't even know that. He said that and I was like, why? And they're like, oh, well, it's, I think, Chinese.
Mm-hmm. So they'll be banned for a year, and then he'll be out of office. And
yeah, they're like, anything that has a video communication card through Chinese equipment will get banned. And I was like, that's a pretty big deal. DJI has the market cornered when it comes to drones. Like they're the best drones out there.
Considering like we don't have issues with that at all.
Since all of our phones are made in China.
Like everything. Come on, Trumpy. Come on, think about that.
Yeah, it was. I heard that and I was like, oh, that's it. So anyways, we started talking about, that was how we got talking. And then we started talking about, he does portraits, and started talking about Canon versus Sony versus all the lenses in the world. And it was 45 minutes of conversation. I was like, oh, I got to get to my lesson, man. Like,
we've gone down that rabbit hole too when we were starting our journey. I don't know. I think if you, I think it really comes down to personal preference. One, do you comfortable with the format of the body? Like Nikon was also supposed to be really big, but I think if we're going to talk about like true just still photos, like with digital, I think Canon still has the better lenses, like the true Canon premium lenses compared to the other lenses. So that's where they get the notch. But when it comes to straight, I know videography, Sony is where it's at.
Well, and I think they all have, you can go round and around. They all have, like you said, they got their strengths. If you want a hybrid camera, which is essentially what I have, that does video decently and it also does good photography, then it comes down to lenses too. The body's one thing, the lens is the next. But then him and I got talking about it. Well, if I ever wanted to get into a full frame, is that R8, R6? And he's like, they're not that different, honestly. It's slight megapixels save the money unless you're going, you're trying to get professional stuff. So anyway, we just got.
Yeah. And it's really it pretty much depends on how big of a picture your clients or you're wanting to print. And it's like, if they want big old things, then you have to be able to have something that can provide that.
Well, and someone's going to listen to this and be like, y'all are idiots but like AI, we have Lightroom, like we both have Lightroom. We both operate that from a photo editing perspective. We do totally different types of edits. Your event portraits, which God bless you because portraits are freaking nightmare. I have come to find that out. I'll stick to the sports photography. Lightroom can, I have a crop sensor. I can go shoot a 300 millimeter cropped out to 400 something and then hit the super resolution button on Lightroom and it clears up all the noise and it makes it it makes it crisp enough that unless you're digging in and pixel hunting, like it's good enough. So like I don't have to be your level to get a similar product because of AI.
Yeah.
But it is the people that go pixel hunting and to do the jobs that y'all do that it's worth it because I ain't worth what you charge.
It is amazing what the AI can do, and it's actually helped with our workflow because we used to have to do it more roundabout way with Lightroom. It had those features, but it wasn't as clean. It wasn't as sharp. But yeah, it was a process. But now it is easier just to click something and have it take care of it
Well,
smoother.
it probably gives you a much better starting point. Like, right, you can
Mhm.
hit that, and then for you to do your job, like you said, you're not doing a workaround. You're starting from a much sharper, cleaner image, and then can mess with all of the editing and colors from there.
Yeah, and I know we've gone back and forth, and so you're getting into it more about learning the techniques and stuff. And we've definitely tried to do everything in camera, so it makes the post much easier. Because we're also talking like I'm working on one right now, AI cold, like over 2,000 pictures, and so I still got to go through that and cull it down further, but still edit them because it's like
Yeah.
comes down to, well, I like this image because it's, again, as we talked about it, it speaks something because we took it from our eye, but is it going to represent the same thing to them? And is it like, well, do they really need that one when they have another one that's similar, but it is different? And it's like, so yeah, it also comes down to like a creative viewpoint of what's a client going to like and what we like, and just, no, they got enough of those. They got enough.
Yeah.
And I'm learning. It's just like it it's good to know your clients and understand what their feel, their vibe, and having a relationship with them.
Yeah. Well, and see, for you, again, doing portraits takes so long. And you're editing and touching everyone's face and every photo and all the lighting. For me, like I shoot in RAW and I'm trying to get the best data as close to overexposed as possible because I'm getting into what I enjoy is the creativity and the color grading side of it.
Hmm.
So like I don't even care that much if it's overly exposed or blown out a little bit because I can mess with that in the post
Hmm.
production side of it. Because I've enjoyed doing the color grading. Like that's a lot more fun than just editing a photo for me.
You definitely if you want to be artistic with it, you definitely can change all that too and make some pictures really pop or come alive with just, yeah.
So I did that today. For work, I went to a clay shoot and big news. We talked before I was supposed to go dove hunting, right? And I never got around to it. Whatever. I can't remember what I had.
I think you
Um,
had plumbing issues and then you hurt
Plumbing
your
issues.
back.
Yeah, no plumbing issues. You're right. Well, my back was hurting that time, but yeah, plumbing issues. I was the best shooter on my team, and not like best on my team. Like you should take 100 shots and they shot 10 and I shot 15. Like I was double better than everyone on my team. I hit about, I think it was 65 or something like that
Jeez.
out of 100, which is, I mean, a good shooter is going to be mid 70s to 90 or plus, right? That's
Hmm.
what I would say a good shooter is based on what I know. So, I mean, 65, I was pretty happy with that. But anyways, I took my camera and I got some shots and I wanted to get one with the shell coming out of the gun and I'm gonna do black and white, but I'm gonna keep the color grade on the orange shell. So I'm pretty excited about messing with that. I was playing with one edit before we got on this. I just posted it to the Poppy Verde
Yeah.
page, and I did like a more little like Western cinema style color grading on that one.
A little sepia.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So
Yeah.
I'm nerding out on that side of it. I've got way too many freaking expensive hobbies these days.
Oh yeah, I've had some fun with photo stuff years ago before Lightroom was really anything creative or Photoshop was really anything creative as it is now. Like when Maddie was little, made her everything black and white except for like the pink flower she was holding or
Yeah.
something, and it was just like those are fun, those are cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to get into that, and for me, it's I mean, this is all business, right? All the
Mhm.
photography is a business venture for me. You know, we're making money on it. We have a couple of the gigs that we charge for, so you know, it's there. Getting back, I guess, towards the golf side of this, though, I have some trivia for you.
Okay.
I went down a rabbit hole the other day of most iconic golf holes So I have a list that I want you to guess the top 5. And this is a curated list, right? I went to one website, right? It's like, oh, best golf holes, blah, blah, blah. And then I went to another. And I was like, well, I don't agree with that. So I put together a list based on probably 10 different opinions. So it might not be, but you know all of these. You know all of these. The top 4, I'd be shocked if you didn't get pretty quick. The last one's the only one that I think could be number
I
5.
don't know, man. Okay, so this is what I think, or what the general public or general pool.
Curated off general public. And this is PJ Tour venue courses, not like I played Aaron Hills and I really like this one hole. So courses that the PJ Tour goes to, they play these every year.
Mm-hmm.
So the holes that are on those.
I
and
would
you don't say them in order. I will tell you
I always mix up the TPC Sawgrass.
Yep.
17.
Sawgrass number 17 is, I put it as number 4.
The Cypress Pebble Beach. Is it Pebble or Spyglass? No.
Tom, I can't give you hints here. I mean, you got to commit to the answer.
Well, I know there's Pebble.
Pebble number 7 is number 3.
Yep, number 7, number 3. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a par 3. I have that listed as number 3 on this list.
Yep. I know Augusta's on there. I'm getting mixed up with 2. It's Amen Corner. I don't know what it's called. Is it number 12?
Augusta 12. I put that as number 1. I feel like that is, everyone watches that. Everyone watches the Masters, so it's hard to not have that as number 1. I honestly, I like 13 better. The par 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they changed it because they got rid of some of those trees, so now it's not like a big hook that the pros used to have to hit. But I personally like 13 better because it's a huge risk reward on your drive and your second shot. But anyways, so you have 1 Augusta, 3 Pebble Beach, 4 Sawgrass.
I don't think there's any at Torrey.
Think international.
I want to say, like, is it the road hole?
Road hole is number 2.
Yeah. All right, that's 4.
Number 5 is, I'm going to say, highly contested. I think there are a lot of holes that could compete for number 5.
Is it international?
No.
This one is local.
Yeah, back to domestic.
It's kind of weird that it's disappointing that Europe doesn't have more, because I think there's some iconic ones.
I think the problem is they only play it twice a year. The Scottish Open and the Open, back-to-back weekends. I say we only see it twice a year from an American standpoint. Unless you wake up early and watch DP World Tour like I do.
Is it the Harbor Town, the Lighthouse?
Harbor Town 18. That is number 5. Some honorable.
I got them all.
Yeah, you got them all. So some honorable mentions. Kiowa 17 is definitely up there. At Pine Valley 10. Cypress Point 16. That's why I paused when you said Cypress, because I was like, okay, because it wasn't on there, but it is in the top 10 and it is an honorable mention. I'm trying to think of what else. There are a few others I thought of that could be up there. But again, these are also courses that are played regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are some one-offs that you could definitely throw out there that beat all of them. My question is, why are so many par 3s the most iconic holes? Because par 3s honestly are kind of boring.
The only reason why I think they would be iconic is because it's a short span where you can see green to tee to green easier, and you can see the whole full scape of it versus, oh, it's a dog leg. Oh, it's iconic. But until you get to the dog leg itself.
Maybe it's a lot more risk reward. It's, especially like Sawgrass, right? It's water all around it. But like, even if you look at 16 at Scottsdale, Waste Management, that wasn't on this list. I think that could easily compete. I personally like 17 better because 17 is a risk reward hole. Like, are you going to try to drive the green, or are you going to bail out right so you don't go towards the water and chip up? And I don't know. I'm a big fan of risk reward holes, and I don't think a lot of par 3s are that. Like, par 3s are, I guess you could say, some pin locations of Sawgrass, right? When they put it, the Sunday pin where you have the hill, so if you zip it back too hard, it's in the water. Yeah, cool, awesome. I think that is a risk reward. But when it's a back pin, it's kind of just a standard 130, 40-yard shot or whatever it is. Like, I get the wind plays because it kind of spins it there. But so I don't know. Like I said, I curated this based on a lot of other people's opinions.
Cool.
Whether I agreed or not. So good job. I'm actually surprised you got number 5 that fast. I thought that one was going to be a little bit tougher.
Yeah, I just kind of picture like some of the other iconic places. I'm like, well, because I watch it, I see it, and like obviously it's got to have that picturesque icon look, and it's like, okay, what are some ones that popped in my head? And that's why it's like the lighthouse, azaleas, amen corner, the road hole.
Yep.
It's got a structural. This obviously the cypress, and then the water around the island. So they all have very like iconic looks and signature things. Again, that part three is well, the Harbor Town's a four, road hole's a four. So, but I think it's just again
Yeah.
how it looks and sets up.
Roll is just a fun shot. I mean, it's a blind tee shot that you're taking it over a freaking hotel.
Yeah, right. I would go through the window.
Yeah, that one's always rough. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Those are fun. Where we're playing on Sunday, speaking of iconic holes, Tour 18. I'm looking forward to it. It has had such a bad reputation over the past decade. It's gone through like 3 different management changes, and
Hmm.
I've actually heard it's decent right now.
Hmm.
But I'm looking forward to it because they're fun holes. Like number 9 is TPC Sawgrass.
Hmm.
Obviously, replica. It's not the exact same, but
Well,
yeah,
I will say, like my boys have we've played it over the last 3 years, and it was rough. But this last year, it looked like fall. This last fall, it looked really good.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's the so we'll do the content side of this. I had it pulled up and I closed our calendar. We have 4 ball at Bethpage coming
Hmm.
up. We have David versus Goliath, which is a 1v1 match that Jason and I did. We have what we're filming, the Scratch on the Bag that we're filming this weekend. And then next weekend, we're filming the Christmas sweater special with 4 dads.
Hmm. And I got my sweater. It's on the way. I couldn't find one in the store, so I ordered it, but I
Uh,
have one on the way. I went to Target and I was just like, I didn't see anything that was like really gravitating to me, so I just went on Amazon.
No, I need to go do that. Speaking of ordering and costumes, so we are doing a pickleball outing. Isabella's soccer team, 4 out of the 6 girls all go to the same daycare. So we've gotten real close with the parents, and 2 of us live in the same neighborhood. So we always end up doing stuff together. And we did a little gingerbread house where all the girls showed up. But all the parents are going to go do a pickleball outing later this month. And they're all talking about dressing up. So I am going as Buddy the Elf to pickleball. I am ordering some nice bright yellow leggings and bright yellow athletic shorts, nice little t-shirt. So it's going to be a fun little costume pickleball outing. You're thinking about my butt and some yellow leggings, aren't you?
We need a picture. We need a picture. We need a full photo of this posted.
No, no. See, here's the deal. I'm gonna forget that I'm a content creator for one day when we go do that. I don't have
No.
camera. Sorry, I don't know how to operate a camera, guys.
I'm gonna text Casey and find out where you guys are playing. I'm gonna sneak in and paparazzi you with my lens and just like
Shoot it from. Hey, there's some guy in the car in the parking lot with a
yeah.
telephoto lens here. Speaking of Casey, uh, so at I guess 2 bits of future coming up. We are already coming up on episode 25, which is really weird. Almost a half year. Um, so 25 is gonna be fun. We're doing it with the IGP guys again, and then episode 26 is a little end of year recap with the girls. So we have Shelby and Casey coming on the pod. I don't know if I'm scared or looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm scared because I've already expect Shelby to just start running her mouth and just going. And I'm just gonna sit there. I'm gonna probably be silent almost the whole time because I'm just like, I just let them run with it.
I am, yeah. Apparently, I'm supposed to have margaritas ready for them for that. I did tell Casey's mom. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to make me a pitcher of margaritas."
Picture may not be enough.
May not be, but I'm ready to hear their take on this, like us going down this path. And we've been pretty blessed so far. We've had a
Hmm.
couple good things happen for us, a couple hopefully really exciting
Oh
things that
yes.
are I don't want to say in the works because that could be jinxing it, but we have a very hopeful situation that could pop up. Obviously, we've had, the partnership with IGP, still kind of working out if there's going to end up being a partnership with Vortex or not. So we've been kind of lucky as up and coming type content creators. We're actually doing pretty well compared to people that are in this 20 episodes like us.
Hmm.
Very interested to see their take on 2 beyond their prime men getting into YouTube and podcasting.
Okay. If you're classifying us as beyond, you're beyond. What the f am I?
At some point, old is just old. I mean, it just is what it is.
It is. That's why I said, I'm like, it is
I
what it
mean,
is.
I'm officially at that age. Like 5 years ago, I was kind of at the age where you could be like, you're watching football or soccer or golf, and you're like, I'm still in my prime compared to these guys, right? You know, a prime golfer is somewhere between 30 and 34, whatever they want to call it. No, I'm officially beyond my prime for any of the sports. Now, like I'm not freaking Tom Brady. If I went into a football field, even if I was conditioned to do it, I'd break a hip.
Mhm.
I'm the same age as Rory. I don't know how he's doing as good.
Yeah. I mean, and to that point, like, we talked about like ego, masculinity, and all of that stuff, or just we in just passing, but that's kind of the journey. Like I'm getting at, it's like I want to be able to continue this longevity of being able to enjoy myself, but still push my competitive drive a little, and getting the change fixed. And then, I mean, we've already alluded to it, that talking to the graphite shaft deal for irons, because they felt good. Like it felt good to hit them. I didn't feel like stressed in my body afterwards. And it's definitely an avenue that I'm going to explore, because I'm tired of just waking up hungover with golf after like 18 holes or 1 2 hour
Yeah.
practice session.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all. And we talk about getting old. I texted you earlier this week. A buddy of mine was going to potentially join, and this is one of the dads on Bella's soccer team.
Hmm.
One of the dads and girls, he had his a really cool story. He played baseball up into some of the minor leagues, and I can't remember how far he went. But anyways, he had a kid at an old age. I mean, his daughter's 4 and he's 51 or 52.
Mm.
So, um, he's a first time parent at a relatively older age. And just hearing his perspective on exactly what you just said with, how your body feels some days, or him and I were supposed to go play late one night at IGP because he's a member there. He ended up texting me and was like, I'm just tired. You just get that fatigue. And I'm sitting here like I'm, 36 or about to be 36. And I'm like, I'm ready to go. I might regret it tomorrow, but I still have that ego. I'll do it. I don't care.
See, my brain's telling me yeah, let's go do it, but then my body's like, nah.
What do they call that? In that, like, their beige flag? My beige flag is thinking that I can still do everything I thought I could do at 20. Like, I'll go pick up a sport and do it. Why not? I'll try it. Like, when I took a trip to that Sky Ranch trip, they were like, "Oh, we want you to play pickleball with us. Oh, they want you to do this. They want you to do that." And sandball. I'm the only parent out of 20 chaperones or something like that jumped in and played sand volleyball with the kids. Like,
I
I'm still that person. Like, I'm like, oh, cool, I'll do it. Why not?
I mean, I'll do it to a limit. I'll still jump in, but I won't push myself the way I used to, because my injuries, like I've got long-standing injuries that just keep mounting. And then here's the thing, as you get older, it's like you can recover, but it takes so long to recover. Like the healing process, the muscles just don't have the same elasticity. It's rough.
It is. It's hard to stay in shape and keep it. Speaking of, you got to get up early too. You have day
Yeah.
2 of golf tournament, huh?
Yeah, I got that going on. But we've talked about this not years ago, it feels like years ago, gosh. But early on in our cast, I don't know if it was on our cast, but it might just us in passing, just chatting about we needed to probably go do a yoga class together and have it videoed.
Oh God, no. One needs to see how inflexible I am.
Well, I think it'll be hilarious. Watch, like we can find a yoga instructor who's willing to let us record just us two going through the poses.
I might as well just bring someone to the house.
Yeah, like we'll just bring someone in and we'll be cursing like Storm and just be like this.
That would be so bad. I do not need to do that.
This would be like perfect comedy for people.
No one needs to see that. That would scar a lot of children that would maybe come across it on YouTube. So let's not do that.
The fact that you're saying not to is the fact that I think we need to.
I don't know if you've realized this. This is how old I am. I've gone through one water and I'm starting my second. Like, it's just all I do is sit here and drink water. Like I have to. I don't feel good if I don't. So no, I'm not doing yoga. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna end up tearing something if I do that.
You're not supposed to go that far with yoga. You just go to where your limit is.
I'm confused about what part of me getting old means I have any level of body control to stop myself. She's gonna say to do something, and I'm gonna do it without thinking and end up tearing something or breaking a hip. There's no chance you get me to do yoga. You have a better chance getting me to like go do Pilates.
Okay, but
'Cause
there,
at least
that's
that's like, oh, you know how like to get on Pilates, Casey and I can't remember where we were. We were walking somewhere, and it was at night, and we walked by like a Pilates studio, and actually, it's when I went to go get nails done with her for her birthday, and we walk out, and there's a Pilates studio, and you can see into the Pilates studio while they're working
mhm.
out. She was like, "That is my nightmare. Like, I don't want someone randomly walking by and seeing me struggle on one of those Pilates tables." I was like, "I don't disagree. Like, that is my worst nightmare."
See, I wouldn't care. That's so funny. Like I'd look horrible, but it's like, you know what? That's where
No. Look, maybe I do still have a little bit of ego and shame then because there's a lot of things I would do, and those are two things that I just would prefer not. I am saving everyone else's eyes by saying this.
I'm not asking you to wear a yoga outfit. Just wear sweats and a baggy t-shirt.
No, you're gonna see a middle-aged guy cry if you make me do yoga.
That's beautiful content.
I'm more worried about how I'm gonna wake up tomorrow after shooting 100 shotgun shells. My shoulder's sore now, and we have a round in 2 days.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping that I don't wake up like not able to move
that's
at
for
all.
sure. I say I
It's
haven't
been
shot a gun since like the Boy Scouts, so I would definitely be feeling all of it.
it's funny. Obviously, like I said, I was taking pictures and I had it set as a burst, and you can just like click and you can see the moment that trigger's pulled and the shoulder goes from set with the butt
Hmm.
to like back behind you because of how much force.
Hmm.
And no, I don't know. So I'm probably gonna feel like crap tomorrow. So
Yeah, you'll probably be a little sore.
yeah,
But
well,
you're a
I'll
young
be right back.
36 years old. You'll be fine.
Sir, I'm 35 for 2 more days.
Okay, 35.
I will Monday morning. Monday morning. You can say I'm 36.
Yeah, but I will be curious to see how I go on Sunday with scratch on the bag, which is going to help strategy wise, but trying to implement all the
Yeah.
not all, but the few things that he told me to work on, and it's going to be interesting considering we don't get range because we're going out so early.
Yeah, Colin. I need to see if Colin's gonna play with us because I told him about it and he said he might come play. But
Oh, did
I know his girl was coming over because she lives in Arlington. I think she was gonna be staying with him Saturday night.
oh
So,
okay. Was he
so
just going to book his own? Because I only booked two.
yeah, no, we talked about it on Wednesday. And he asked me if I was playing. I was like, yeah, well, Jason and I are actually playing together, and there was a single that booked, and we grabbed 2 spots. So I highly doubt the last one. He looked it up
Oh,
and it
gotcha.
wasn't until there. I just never confirmed with him if he actually got it. So I'll check with them because that'll be
Ah,
fun if he's there. Because then you kind of almost get 2 scratch on the bags, get 2 caddies.
well,
Granted,
he
him and
could
I,
be the swing coach, and you could be the scratch. You could
yeah,
be
because
the
you need a swing coach while you're trying to score well. That's good. You have some swing thoughts thrown in with the score strategy there.
That's fine.
Yeah, it'll be great. All right.
No
Well, what
issues
else?
there.
What else do you have? I know you have to get out of here and try to get some sleep.
No,
and
I
get
think we've got it.
your
We got it good. I think we covered a lot. I didn't think we are going to go this long when we were talking about like what are we going to cover, and here we are, hour 30 later.
That's what happened. The sad thing is, you and I literally talk every day. Like we are texting every day. We're talking about stuff every day. And somehow we still find a way to fill an hour and 30 minutes of dead space. So
You know
it
what's
is what it
funny?
is.
It's like I almost feel weird that like sometimes like we can go like just because of work and whatever. It's like 4 hours. We don't have a text from each other. I'm like,
Is everything okay? I wonder
yeah. It's like, wait, did I
wonder
say
what he-
something? Did I piss him off?
I wonder what he's doing over there. What's he doing without me? It is fun. It's like every night, Casey I'll be texting and she's like, who you texting? I'm like, I'll look at her and be like, do you even have to ask anymore? Like, it's one of 3 people and you're in the room with me. So
Yeah, right.
it's like, it's Marcus, it's you, or it's Jason.
Jason.
Like, there are 3 people. So at this point, you just assume it's Marcus or Jason. At some
Marcus
point,
could have been one to come out with us on Sunday too if he was available.
well, he's playing with us next weekend. He lives in Fort Worth, so it's tough for him to get over
Oh,
here.
okay. Oh, so he's gonna come out on tour 18.
Yes.
Okay.
We're trying to get on at Fields Ranch, but like I texted you
Yeah.
earlier today, I guess
It's probably gonna be too hard.
There is a YouTube group that has the first
Right.
handful of bookings.
Yeah. Dang YouTubers.
We were definitely not doing a content round ourselves.
Mhm.
Yeah, so my buddy that works there said that it might be tough to get a decent tee time. I don't care. I could tee off at 12:01 as long as we get done, but Marcus I know has to get home. They have dinner plans. So anyways, we'll figure it out. But Marcus was going to come to Field Ranch just because it's Field Ranch and it's a great course to
Yeah.
play. But that's why I figured Torrey team would be good because since he's out in North Fort Worth, it's kind of a middle ground for all of us.
Yeah, it is. And I was, before I even brought that up, or did I bring it up? I was thinking that would be one as an option too. I know I threw out like Heritage and something, but I was like, I thought about Tour 18. I was like, is that too far?
I don't love the cost, but
Yeah.
that's just because last time I played it was really crappy. So I'm sure it'll be
I
fine.
mean, I hope it's still the same. I know the greens were like really good. I mean, just like any course, there's a few bad fairway spots, but overall, it was in pretty good shape.
Well, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. We have zero clue. Those of you listening, how about this? Throw us some things you would like to see from a format
Yes.
perspective. Because we talked about doing a 3v1 because you're going through a swing change. I was going to say you're probably the best out of the three of you. James has always hovered, I think, somewhere between a 14 to 16 area. Marcus is somewhere in that, I'm going to say 16 to 19 area. And obviously yourself. So we talked about doing a 3v1 best ball. We could also do a 3v1 scramble where y'all scramble and I play my ball. We also just talked about doing a straight 4-man scramble and seeing how low we can go. So I'd be interested what other people would like to actually see because we don't want to sit and do the same stuff. Like going out and doing a break 50 is not fun for us because we are just not as good as the guys that are actually going and doing that. So it's not good golf. Doing a 2v2 is always tough, especially when you have the freaking Brian Bros and Dalkey and Walsh go out and toss up freaking 13 under and 12 under or whatever it was. I mean, dang, that was a good round of golf for
That
both
was
teams.
like one of the best sets like I've seen.
I would watch that over PGA Tour any day. Like that was very fun to watch. So we have that. I'd be interested. Tell us what you would like to watch on YouTube. If you were going to turn it on and watch it, what would you like to see?
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, we could do, like you said, all the usual type of formats we can, but what does the audience want to see? What would make more
Yeah.
fun for you to watch?
You have 4 golf dads getting out there. We all have children. We all have 2+ children. We all have working jobs. So you tell us what you want to watch.
Scratch golfer going through a swing change, and then 2 guys who are just there.
2 guys who are just there wearing Christmas sweaters. It's going to be great. All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up for us. It hurt. But everyone, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified of all these new videos. We drop new podcasts every Wednesday, new video content every Thursday. And then, as always, on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, if you just want to listen. But we look forward to it. And Jason, we'll talk next week.